Hello, I'm Lori Steiner, sitting in for Armin Budish. Welcome to Golden Opportunities.
Today, the pain from spinal stenosis can throw you for a loop. We'll offer straight talk on treatment. Then, what's in a name? When it comes to your financial planner, plenty. Find out what those fancy titles truly entail. How has Obamacare impacted our insurance? Get our update on the Affordable Care Act. Plus, let's see if the suggested servings for your diabetes diet will serve you well as you age. And little-known tips to avoid taxes on your IRA and 401k.
It's time to get GOing, so pull up a chair and join us at our kitchen table for Golden Opportunities. Oh, the backbone is connected to the leg bone, or at least it seems that way if you have spinal stenosis. How can you get your back and your legs to straighten up? Dr. Abud is here to make the connection for us. Dr. Abud is with the Solon Spine and Wellness Center. Welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so this disease or illness or condition is called spinal stenosis. So how come that spine, how does it affect the legs?
You know, one of the most common health complaints that we see in people in their 60s, 70s, and 80s is back pain. You know, and I think to some degree back pain is normal, but the back pain we're describing today, stenosis, the way that you see the typical person with stenosis is they're leaning forward, they're bent and they're hunched forward, and you'll pick them out in the grocery store, at Home Depot, they're leaning on the cart, and they shuffle with their feet, and they feel like when you talk to them, they'll say, my legs just feel tired or heavy and I need to sit down. And then it will go into their back as well. And so it's miserable because it's a slow onset typically. You know, it's not like it'll be over a year or two, they'll just continue to get worse and worse, and then their activity levels just basically stop.
Yeah, and that's a shame. So is this something that occurs more frequently as we age?
It does, and everybody to some degree has degeneration in their spine, but these people with stenosis, it might have been maybe from an injury 10, 15, 20 years ago, it might have been from poor posture or excessive weight, or whatever it is, caused that disc or that cartilage that sits in between the vertebrae to decay or to eat away.
Ooh. Is there a test to know for sure that's what it is?
Typically, by the time the patient has come into my office, they've already had an MRI, they've already had an X-ray, and that's definitive, and that will show us the condition of their spine.
Okay, so what is the normal treatment for this spinal stenosis?
When you go to your doctors, they'll usually use anti-inflammatory drugs or physical therapy or something to strengthen it or pain management. But what's so exciting to me is the new research called non-surgical lumbar decompression.
Okay, is that something your office would tell us what that's like?
It is, and that's kind of what our office specializes in. It's a specialized table that stretches the spine. It creates like it's called a negative intradiscal pressure. It draws blood into the disc.
Oh, here we have a illustration.
Right, and you can see how the disc raises to some degree. If we can get fluid into that disc, blood and oxygen in there, it can to some degree begin to repair itself. And once that disc gets bigger, the pain in the back typically reduces. You'll find that the patient stands up straighter and they can walk longer and further.
Oh, that would be such a great relief.
It is to so many people because they finally are in their 60s, 70s, and 80s, and they have the freedom and the financial to do the things they always wanted to do, but their bodies won't allow them.
Oh, yes, yes. I waited to retire all my life, and now I can't do anything. Does it take a lot of treatments to get this kind of result?
Usually, on a typical case, about 5 weeks of treatment. But what I like to do is I want to schedule about an hour and 15 minutes with the patient on their initial exam, and I ask them to bring their spouse because I want to bounce questions off them. I'll ask a lot of questions. I'll feel their spine. We'll review their X-rays and MRIs. Then I can sit down and say, I can help you or I can't. I'm not gonna take up someone's time if I can't help them. They've been through enough at this stage.
But can you help the majority of people?
I would say that the majority of the people come in, we can see relief, a significant relief.
That's fantastic. With lumbar decompression, you can get a leg up on improving your back pain. To find out more, give Dr. Abud a call. His number's coming up next.
To learn more, call the Solon Spine and Wellness Center at 440-941-9331 or visit www.solinbackpain.com. Next, what financial titles entitle you to? But first, a question to mark the end of the Olympics. While Olympic athletes would generally be considered youngsters, there is one medalist who can claim the title of most mature. Can you guess who broke the age record? We'll call out the well-seasoned winner when we return.
My husband and I got into the car and we couldn't do it. We couldn't pick one baby over the other. Coming to Metro changed the entire pregnancy. We actually started to become happy with our situation. We owe a big thank you to Metro. I can't imagine our family without Sam.
Oscar Swan of Sweden can take the tallest Olympic stand in this category. In his chosen sport of shooting, he has won 3 gold in 1908 and 2 bronze in 1912. But he won the age record in the 1920s game when, at age 72, he received his silver medal. The passage of time still hasn't tarnished his accomplishment.
Who is helping you with your investments? An insurance agent, a financial consultant, an accountant? Well, before you invest your money, it's a good idea to invest your time in finding out just what your advisor is qualified to advise you on. Jim Lineweaver is here to look at licenses so that you know if your advisor is really offering you all of the options available. Jim is a certified financial planner with the Lineweaver Financial Group. Hello, hello. So
good to see you.
I know there's lots of titles out there for financial planners and advisors and all of this stuff. Are they kind of interchangeable?
No, unfortunately they're not, because but they are getting grouped that way, and it's very misleading to the public. So that's why I want to clarify a few things, because you could have a financial planner, you can have an investment advisor, you can have a stockbroker, you can have an insurance agent, and it really is very confusing.
Very
But if you get in their background and look at their licenses, you'll know exactly what they can and can't represent.
Okay, so that becomes very important. So let's start out with some examples. Maybe insurance agents.
Sure.
What can they do and can't they do?
Yeah, so traditionally an insurance agent is going to provide insurance, health insurance, and maybe property casualty, life, disability, annuities, things along that nature. So as it pertains to the annuity front and life insurance, that's primarily what we're going to talk about today. And what happens is they're just going to carry those licenses, and they can do fixed annuities as well. But they cannot step across the line to do a variable annuity, which is kind of wrapped with mutual funds, but until they have a securities license, which is called a Series 6.
Okay.
So be careful, because if you're just seeing an insurance agent, it might be a little biased that way, which is fine if that's what you want, but you might want to look somebody a little more independent.
Okay, and do some agents sell a lot of different companies, types of policies, or some are stuck
Some are
with just-
captive, yeah. They can be captive insurance agents, and they're going by the wayside because they've had to compete more and more in the open marketplace. So try to get an independent insurance agent as well that at least could represent multiple products.
Okay, well, how about investments? Kind of that was insurance and those kinds of products. How about straight out investments? What kind of titles are we talking about?
Yeah, well, not only titles, that would be can be an investment advisor, can be a financial consultant, things along that nature. But the first license you're going to get here is what's called a Series 6. That's going to allow people to do mutual funds and then variable annuities if they have an insurance license as well. Okay, so that would kind of be the first step where you got insurance and you're getting a little bit of investment under your belt is with the Series 6.
Okay.
But they can't do stocks or individual bonds or anything. Get a Series 7 that's out there that takes it to the next step. Now you can do stocks, bonds, private placements, and everything else that the 6 could do. Okay, and then you could do variable annuities if you wanted to, if you still have the insurance license. So this does get confusing.
Yes,
okay?
it does.
Right. And then, there's different types of planners that are out there too. And one that, that we chose to get is what's called a certified financial planner.
Okay.
And you do have to get a lot of, background and testing and stay up with
Do you
that.
have to have the insurance and the Series 6 and the Series 7 and all of those things too?
There are requirements. So yes, if you're going to be on the certified financial planner side, usually they're going to have a Series 7 to be able to represent multiple product lines and things along that nature. And they have to go through rigid testing, and they have to stay up in a little higher code of ethics and standards that are out there than traditional licenses in the industry.
Oh, okay. Is the government monitoring all of these titles and licensing?
Yeah, there's
licenses.
Yeah, well, there's different regulatory bodies. So if you're really an investment advisor and you might have your own RIA, registered investment advisor, then you're going to be under the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Okay.
If you're more Series 6 or 7, insurance-based, Series 6 and 7 are going to be under FINRA. Okay.
Okay.
And that's where you got to really look at your viewers and say, okay, well, if I'm trying to do some financial planning or if I want some advice, who should I try to go to? Do I want somebody that's just in those specialty and they may be biased, or do I want somebody that could be holistic, look at the whole thing, and be independent and really represent their best behalf?
Lots of information there. So when it comes to investing your money, you're entitled to understand what the title of your financial planner really means. Follow Jim's advice and uncover their qualifications before deciding to let them invest your dough. Need more help? Give Jim a call. His number is next.
For more information, call the Lineweaver Financial Group at 1-888-313-4009 or log on to www.lineweaver.net. Next, ensuring the health of your insurance. Looking for places to go, things to do? Welcome to our community calendar. Employ and enjoy your inner Olympic athlete by lacing up your skates and gliding over to the ice at the rink at Wade Oval in the heart of University Circle. The fun is free through March 17th. Sharpen up on the details by calling 216-791-3900 or logging on to www.universitycircle.org.
About a year ago, we reported on an innovative new program that encourages a company's employees to show appreciation to their customers. Joining us today from Medical Mutual of Ohio is Mark Tuman, Communication Manager, who will give us an update on this program that takes the idea of paying it forward and actually puts it into action. Sounds very interesting. It's called the Mutual Appreciation Program. So we'd appreciate it if you tell us about it.
Well, no problem. Mutual Appreciation Program is a customer loyalty program that we created a little more than 2 years ago to demonstrate to our customers how valuable they are to us, what they mean to us, and it's really taken off. It's something that I think our customers appreciate. Too often companies, they work really hard to get new customers, and once they get them, they kind of forget about them.
Forget to say thank you.
Exactly.
Or to appreciate them.
Exactly. And this program is designed to let them know continually that we appreciate their business.
That's fantastic. Now, you were on before about a year ago, and the program was really new at that time. So has it proven to be really a good business program?
Yeah, it really has. It's I think exceeded our expectations in many ways. Our employees have embraced it tremendously. It's a program where they are encouraged to purchase goods and services from our customers who have retail products and services. The photo shows an example of one of our employees who recently purchased a new car. And we encourage them to take pictures and show us their experiences. Malley's Chocolate's a big company here locally that people love. And so our employees go out, they make their purchases from those customers, and then they report back how much they've spent, and then we can report back to our customers.
Sounds like a really good idea. So how do your employees know who the businesses are that they should go to?
Well, we've invested in a lot of time and effort in developing a real comprehensive database that is available to our employees on our company intranet. So they can go in, they can find customers by category, type of business that they are. They can go in and find customers that they have in a geographic area. We're tied into the Google mapping service. You can get turn-by-turn directions.
Exactly
and so
how
on.
to get there.
Exactly. And also, really an exciting addition this year was the development of a mobile app. So employees who have smartphones now have an app, so when they're out shopping on the weekend, they can look up and say, I want to go to a furniture store, I want to find a restaurant over here. They can pull it up by zip code and a number of other ways.
Okay. incentives or promotions that you use to keep the employees happy and keep the program moving?
Sure. It's important to keep the program exciting and top of mind. So the employees, as a matter of course, when they register their purchases each month, they're eligible to win one of 12 $50 gift cards. But we've also done other exciting programs. This shows
$1,000.
one of our employees who won
Fantastic.
$1,000 being presented by Rick Chiricosta there. And that was for using new customers. Oftentimes people get into habits, they shop from the same customers. We put together a program that encourage them to go out and experience some other customers. And in February, we're having a Show Our Customer the Love month, and encouraging them to go out and shop with some Valentine's themes.
Oh, how about that? Have you been able to quantify what this really means to your business, your customers' business in Northeast Ohio?
We have our employees, company-wide, some 2,300 employees, have spent over $34 million with our customers across the board. We have about 500 employees over in Northwest Ohio and many here in Northeast Ohio. And so we report that back to our customers, and they're very much impressed. They're very active in the program, and that really demonstrates that it is working.
Yeah, I understand you've gotten a lot of recognition for it too, and that's fantastic. Sounds like a great program.
We're excited. We've won regional and national communications awards for employee communications, and just demonstrates the commitment that our employees have to our customers, that the company has to its customers, and it's exciting, and it's something that we're going to continue to develop.
Great, great, great. With the Mutual Appreciation Program, it turns out that where you buy your health insurance could make a difference in the health of your own business. To find out more, use the information that's coming up next. And my deepest appreciation to Mark Tooman for joining us here today.
Find out more about Medical Mutual of Ohio by visiting their website, www.medmutual.com. Next, have diabetes? Your menu can help you manage it. It's time to get up and go, an exercise minute on golden opportunities.
Hello everybody, I'm Mike Carbon from Breakout Fitness, and today we're going to do a basic quad stretch to stretch the main muscle in our legs. This is a great exercise that we can do either before or after any physical activity to help keep us loose and limber. You ready to go?
Oh, absolutely.
Excellent. Now all we want to do is we're simply going to grab our right foot with our right hand. We want to keep our knees nice and even. We don't want to lean forward or back too much. Just pull your foot into your backside and feel a nice stretch in the front of the legs. We're going to hold it for a 5 to 10 count, and then we're just going to go ahead and switch. Let's try to switch sides. Pull it on in there. Feel a nice stretch. Remember to breathe. Deep breathing always helps during stretching. How you feeling?
Good.
Excellent. All right, everybody. Now it's your turn to get up and go.
For your copy of the exercise booklet, please send $1 for postage to Golden Opportunities, 23240 Chagrin Boulevard, Suite 450, Beechwood, Ohio, 44122.
You already know that what you eat affects your health. But when it comes to avoiding or adjusting to diabetes, your diet can determine the direction of this disease. That's why I think you're going to gobble down the food facts that Tricia Antonelli is serving up today. Tricia is a registered dietitian and the director of the dietetic internship at Metro Health. Welcome to the show. Talk about this really important topic.
Well, thank you very much.
Now, it seems, is it true that no matter what we eat, we're more likely to develop diabetes as we get older?
That is true. Diabetes does increase as the chance for diabetes does increase as we age. Actually, as we age, our metabolism slows down. It's about 5% per decade.
Oh dear.
So, a lot of times, if you gain weight, that is a risk factor for diabetes.
Okay. All these things that come with aging. What if you've always kept healthy, you've had a good diet, you've watched your weight, and maybe just because of good genes or good diet or good luck, you've been able to manage to avoid diabetes. What should we be eating to stay on that same track?
Okay, one thing is we need to watch our carbohydrates. Okay, there are healthy carbs such as fruits, vegetables, high fiber breads and cereals. But even excess of those can increase your blood sugar. We also want to practice mindful eating and watching portion controls. As we age, our our taste buds decline with salt, bitter taste, sour taste, but not sweets.
Oh.
So we do need to watch. It doesn't mean that we can't have sweets, but we want to do that in moderation.
Exactly. Stay away from them.
You need to be careful.
Does losing some weight help?
Losing weight helps, even just 5 to 7%. If you weigh 200 pounds, even just 10 to 15 pounds can delay the onset of diabetes, or maybe even perhaps prevent it if you're diagnosed in a pre-diabetes stage.
That's great. I mean, people don't have to lose all this tremendous amount of weight. They can still help themselves. That's good. What if you've been diagnosed? You know, what is should you change your menu in some way, add to it? How about
okay.
I know you mentioned to me before we were talking here about stress and overeating and adjusting. So what are the kind of things that happen?
Yeah, a lot of times when you're diagnosed with diabetes, your initial reaction could be anger, it could be fear, and a lot of people don't know that depression could come before or after a diagnosis of diabetes. So a lot of people respond to a diagnosis by comfort eating. Mm-hmm. A lot of people react to lots of things by comfort eating, but it's especially bad in diabetes, I would assume. Right, and then other people go super restrictive, and if you do that, a lot of people end up binge eating.
Oh, okay. You just hold it all in and you finally can't stand it anymore. Oh my gosh. As time goes on, does the treatment for diabetes and your habits of eating remain the same, or does that also evolve?
It definitely evolves. So as you age, sometimes there might be a need to put another therapeutic diet, such as a low sodium diet, or if you're having some renal problems, maybe a low phosphorus diet. You know, we also there are changes over one thing. You're going to have to learn how to problem solve with diabetes. Sick days, what to do if you have diarrhea, nausea, vomiting, and then timing with the meals might be important if a new medicine is added.
Okay, and I understand at Metro Health there's a department that helps the families and the patients learn how to deal with all of this stuff. That is a fantastic idea.
Correct. Metro actually is ranked 40th in the nation nationally in our diabetes and endocrinology department. Mm-hmm. We have a program certified by the American Diabetes Association, and we offer sets of 4 classes, 2 hours each, train patients on all aspects of diabetes.
Very important. My thanks to Tricia for giving us quite a menu of dietary do's to manage diabetes. For more morsels of information or to find out about their classes, give Metro a call. The number's coming up next.
Learn more by calling Metro Health at 216-778-7800 or click to www.metrohealth.org. Next, save thousands of tax dollars by following the tips that will follow this break.
Hilltop Village Apartments is retirement living at its best. Residents enjoy a wide variety of activities and living services with all large first-floor apartments, private screened-in patios with beautiful park views, daily dining room meals, free laundry facilities, 24-hour staff, and so much more. Enjoy safe, comfortable independence at a very affordable price. Call today for a tour and learn how you can get your first month's rent free. Hilltop Village Apartments, retirement living at its best.
Did you miss a phone number or website? Then here's your second chance, because we're going to list all of that information again. Then we'll be back with advice on eliminating taxes on your IRA. How'd you like to reduce or entirely eliminate taxes on your 401k or IRA for as long as you live and possibly longer? Here with the secret sauce that might make that possible is my law partner, Mike Solomon. Hey, Mike. Now, I thought when you get to age 70 and a half that you have to start taking money out of your IRA and your 401k, and when you take it out, you have to pay taxes. Isn't that right?
Well, that's basically true. When you pull money out of a traditional IRA or 401k, you're going to pay income taxes when you pull that money out.
Okay. So if you pay taxes on it, how can we avoid paying taxes on our retirement funds when we take it out?
Well, here's the way you can do that. If you can convert your traditional IRA to a Roth IRA, in a Roth IRA, number one, it still grows income tax free inside the Roth IRA. When you pull the money out of the Roth IRA, there's no income tax to pay, and you don't have that age 7.5 rule that you talked about, so you can let it sit in there forever if you wanted.
Okay, sounds good, too good to be true. There's got to be a hitch. So what's the hitch?
The hitch basically is when you convert that from a traditional IRA, all or part of it, you don't have to convert it all, you're going to have an income tax event. So if you have $20,000 in a traditional IRA and you convert it to a Roth, $20,000 is includable in income. You pay the tax then, and for some people, that's going to be too much.
Okay, so you pay the tax at some point. So it all sounds like it kind of comes down to timing, or is there some way to avoid as much tax as you possibly can?
Right, that's a good point, because sometimes people, as they go to retirement, their income drops. So if you can convert from a traditional IRA to a Roth when your income is low, you can pay less income tax. And if you do the timing right, make sure that when you convert some of that IRA to a Roth, try to keep yourself in the same bracket. Don't kick it up to the next higher bracket.
Just be careful how much.
Right.
Okay. Do you have an example for us?
Yeah, let's assume you're a single person, your income's $30,000. You could convert some of your IRA to a Roth, $6,900, and that'll still keep you in the 15% bracket. You won't get into the 25% if you do it at that amount.
Okay, so you just time it and watch how much.
Right.
Sounds like it's a good plan. Converting your regular IRA or 401k into a Roth could possibly save you thousands of dollars in taxes for years to come. But you have to be smart about it, and timing is very important. For more information, give Mike Solomon a call. We'll be right back.
Call Budish, Solomon, Steiner, and Peck at 1-888-236-5173 for more information or to schedule a speaker for your organization. Or log on to www.budishandsolomon.com.
Thanks for joining us. On next week's show, do gray skies have you craving color? We'll help to step in and give your home some color with upbeat accents. We'll whip up some hors d'oeuvres to have on hand for the Oscars. And we'll put a smile on your face in the spotlight and make it a star. Until then, please remember to make the most of your golden opportunities.
Would you like to join our kitchen conversation? All you have to do is call toll-free 1-877-765-1543 and leave us your question, name, and phone number. Or log on to www.golden.tv for all the latest information and show updates.